So welcome to High on Startup, and this time we bring you two co-founders of TripShire. Now, Mr. Rohan and Mr. Zenith are two people who actually believe in making lives better. How did they get to this particular concept instead of starting jobs or getting to them and bringing their own startup? Let's get to know their story from them. So how are you both doing today?
Oh, you're brilliant.
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing fine as well. Thank you so much for asking. And my first question is, what is TripShire all about?
So TripShire is a social media platform where international leisure travelers can basically write, they can share their travel experiences and ask questions from the community of our user. So it is basically a community-driven platform for entire research and planning. Just like you have Instagram and Facebook where people share your travel, your day-to-day content, and you have LinkedIn where people have their professional summary. So similarly, we are trying to build a platform where people can share travel-specific content, like what all I have done as a traveler. I may have been to a lot of different places, but Zenith does not know where all I have been to. So it is just my handle which I can share with him, and he can just go through my entire travel history.
That's really nice. I mean, for example, if you would want to go to that place, then you can also get to know where all he has gone, so you know where all to explore. And if like you're planning to go to some other place, then he can come to you and then he can see where all you've gone.
Right.
That's very basic and something very nice, which I haven't seen anywhere as of now. Maybe I'm not researching enough, like you said that you're doing. So how did you come across and come about this idea of TripShire?
So we go really back. We go we are batchmates.
Okay.
I mean, from the same college, and over our time, over our years, we've had a couple of international trips. And during one of our trips, one of our very early trips to Thailand, I'll go into more detail. We went to a Fifi Island tour, and that is where we realized that there is so much commotion in this industry, which can be managed really well, but hasn't yet been done still in the 21st century, and it's still untouched. So that is where our thoughts started coming in, and 6 months down the line I resigned, and soon after he resigned, and here we are.
So we are both very passionate towards technology and working on new solutions and like changing the entire industry and making something which can help a lot of people. And there is a real problem which we saw in travel industry. So I think that's how we started, and Zenith was very kind. He just called me one fine day and was like, dude, let's do something together. And that is when we thought of this. Just the day after when we came back from the trip, and here we are a year later working on this our startup TripShire.
That's really nice to know. So I want to know that where are you right now with TripShire, your startup?
So almost 1 year down to our development. We're almost going to launch in next 2 to 3 weeks. So we have been working very hard, and we are hopeful that the users are going to love what we're going to build and going to show us.
Okay, so it's really nice to know, but as you mentioned about Facebook and Instagram where people are already sharing their pictures and all, I understand that people don't have the information about where they want to travel or where they want to go. But my question is that how are you different from other platforms in the same industry?
So our crux of our idea lies in so the main problem with usual platforms is everyone has the right to comment, to review, to write, but in travel industry, say for example that you're traveling to Paris, okay? So Paris has really cozy, really small rooms in hotels, unlike say for example Delhi. Okay, if you compare it with Delhi, it will be smaller in size. So what I'm trying to get at is one person's cozy is another person's claustrophobic. And so if an Indian goes to Paris, he's gonna feel that the rooms here are really small. But for a European, it is going to be the same. So that is something that we are trying to solve over a lot of other things, of course. That is one, and the other problem that we are addressing is that we are cataloging everything. That is our main motive with this venture, is to build a repository of everything that there is to do in a particular city, country, whatever. I mean, you have an absolute number that this is the totality of things that you can do there.
That's actually very descriptive and analyzed when I come to it, because you just said that it is different for different people, and I think that becomes a USP for you people to understand that.
You can say that.
So now, having said that, I want you people to tell our budding entrepreneurs, give them a tip or an advice if they're trying to come in your line of work. What are the things they should avoid, or what should they be focusing on? Anything you want to give them as a tip?
We would like to say that it's really hard to do something that hasn't been done before. You might feel really low at times, emotionally, monetarily, and well, socially. Your social life gets fucked. But I'd like to say that always remember why you started, and that is all that matters.
Yes, it is not going to be pleasant. The first and most important thing, as Zenith said, remember where you started, and also make sure that you hire well, because you can do a lot of things but you can't do everything. So it is very important that you hire well. Hire people who are smarter than you. Do not hire people who just tag along with you. So team is one of the most important things, and do focus on who you want to hire and plan in advance.
Okay, so when you're low, as in the low that you mentioned, sir, as when you're low emotionally, financially or socially, what do you need to get high on?
Well, startup is all you can get high on.
Brilliant. So we brought you two founders, and in fact there are two people who are giving you the right tips. If you have a dream, stick to it, because that's the key to success. And if you're having something different, know that your ideas and your creativity will pay off one day. So sticking to it is absolute key to success. Until then, keep subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos and more founders, and also read the blog, the link is down below.